How's it going, you beautiful people? And once again, welcome back to Azur Lane. Today we are going to be doing what we have done pretty much all this week and continue on with Khorovod of Dawn's Rhyme. I do like this event quite a bit, as you saw last time with me just jazzing to the music. I like electro. Just my kind of my sound. Also, good news is these guys are almost done chowing on my food. Someday they will contribute back for everything I've done for them, the lazy... Okay, now. Dial it back. Dial it back. Ugh. Oh, jeez, I have 10 cubes. I'm just, YOLO. No. 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 Well, that's unfortunate. Dang. Well, we actually have a job to do today. Let's continue on to B2, Strings of Time. The excursion in the City of Light continues. What is it that we seek? Related to beauty or the afterglow of the path? Related to the future or the afterglow of the past? Good question. Go with both my carrier fleets. If we adopt this plan, there may be a chance of success. However, we must ensure that the jamming device remains as operational as long as possible. In the meantime, we'll have to hold the evacuation hold the line while evacuations are carried out. In other words, we already know this, Dr. Ost. We take it upon ourselves to build upon this framework. I understand. If that's the case, everyone has already sustained heavy losses. The actual feasibility of the time frame you've provided must still be heavily evaluated. When the light of dawn is ever extinguished, and Laplas's demon will cease to be. We have not reached the evacuation threshold at that time. Our future operational plans will be impacted. If we're not, I will also help buy time for you. Dr. Anzel. I've already issued too many communications through the process of commanding the operation that would likely identify me for destruction. As long as I continue to draw their attention, I should be able to alleviate the pressure in other places, giving you more time to alleviate the conditions of mana. But what will happen to you then? There's just a fiasco. Someone always has to bear the responsibility. Only now there aren't many people left to control that burden. I see. You can bring your consent along as long. Well, however, I'd like Koji to accompany my issues if possible. Very well. You can have Enterprise and whoever else manages to survive. However, take them as far away from New York City as you can. Never let them return here. Without you here, I'm not sure I'll be able to control them. What happens to the ever so wise and stoic Magister? You have no choice but to give those children both a purpose and the responsibility that comes with it, right? Even after you betrayed us, I still believe we see things eye to eye. I think that what you're doing is just. I clearly understand you, and I trust in all their hearts. Continue on. Yes, I'm sure they'll need some time to accept it, but they will come to understand you one day. Yes, I'm sure of it. Oh, was that meant to be the origin of, like, our world as a whole? The whole atmosphere around us has changed. Sure, at the same place, but nothing else about the facility matches what we saw before. I don't think this is the same console from before. Does this feel familiar? It seems more like one of the Northern Parliament's command centers rather than what we saw before. Also, the impression I'm getting, Bodorusia? I don't think I've seen that insignia before. Ring any bells? Can't say I recognize it either. This place really is full of mysteries. Look at all those doors ahead of us. Why don't we just go explore them all? Don't think anyone's home, sure. I don't think there's anyone home anyway. Surely no one mind if we will peek inside. Besides, it's not like we're doing anything else right now. Everything here must have been hidden away for a reason. I, for one, am in favor of getting whatever valuable intelligence we can. There must be something around here that gives us more information about the conspiracy and how to control it. As if, though, we don't have time to look through every single room. How about starting from the big picture and working our way down? I agree, this is some kind of command center, and there must also be a conference room, a records room, and some information about what this place was used for. Look at that room up ahead. Don't you think that hits the bill? Entered the curious room, we were immediately greeted by a huge display screen on the opposing wall. Why would something like this be here? It's a chart that seems to track down the course of battle of some kind. It seems to be of an island defense? Red star in the middle must represent an important target. The defensive line has been erected all around it. Trying to defend such a small island in this manner seems like a fool's errand. Indeed. You look all you want, Andrew. Chris, we're running out of air. Anyone trying to defend this island would be a huge disadvantage due to lack of maneuverability. I use some of the smaller surrounding islands as a buffer, but even so, assuming each mark represents the same amount of forces, the defenders are outnumbered several times over. The purpose of the operation is the outland's absolute defense of this island's facility. These and prevent the enemy from establishing a foothold in the region. This must have some great importance we're not seeing, otherwise it wouldn't make sense to defend this place so desperately at such an overwhelming disadvantage. Use the fleet speed to fight back, and if it's possible to overcome the difference in numbers, we can still buy more time. There's still a glimmer of hope in this operation. We're expecting to be crushed, but luckily the enemy's forces seem to be getting diverted elsewhere. We'll hold the line until our last breath. We've done all we can. While your dedication and sacrifice shall not be forgotten. That sounds pretty tragic. Thank you for your dramatic display of oratical reform. Oratical flare. Oratorical flare, mermaids. We can already see that information on screen. What's wrong with embellishing things a little bit? Huh? Gramiashi, what's the matter? Wait. Run alone. Something is watching us. Do you feel that as well? Yeah, I don't feel anything. Me neither. Jeez, Gramiashi, stop saying Suki stuff like that. Well, I bet I've had an uneasy feeling ever since I stepped in the room. You feel it too, comrade? It's weird, isn't it? No one's been here for ages, but the Wanderer's still on, like everyone just up and disappeared. What the weird, it's kind of creepy even, like you've entered a haunted house. How scientific of you, Comrade Romansk. Besides, how could the revolution falter before some ghosts? That's sad, several of you share this suspicion. I suppose we should proceed on the assumption that we are indeed being watched. Stay close, everyone. Nobody is to wander off on their own. Let's risk getting lost, or worse yet, walk into a trap. There is so much dialogue in this event. Like, there is like 10 times more than there was in Imperial Tragic Comedy. My throat's getting sore from all this yammering on. Hey, we got the frickin' vibe music. And you're not here to watch me vibe. Also, there is the same condition as last time. And defeat 30 escort fleets. Whew, this'll be a long cut. No, it's fine. Oh, jeez, I'm like still out of breath from all that talking at the start of the event. Although it's just kind of yammering on, that lore is actually pretty damn interesting. It just happens to be very rambly. Hey, we're finally getting some more context in the lore at long last. And it's reversed again. Sorry. This might take a lot. I'll probably like just do like a clear to get the story off. And then like do the finish all enemies and defeat escort alongside the defeat all escort fleets off screen because it looks like you're going to be fighting a lot of enemies here. I have no interest in this video being longer than it has to be with pointless crap. Just say, I'm serious, people don't like long videos, and I don't really like just long videos of me talking and doing nothing. Or me not talking and doing nothing. They live in a single group with complex corridors. Less ground to cover, but not indefeasibly so. Oh, now we got through some of the biggest rooms. Comrade, I found something amazing here as well. Good find. There's more in that room. See if there's any more treasure. Sounds like fun. Let's all go on a treasure hunt. If I find much in the way of treasure, all I discover is this stack of misprinted documents. Let me have a look. Summary on Blue Point ships. Actually, it must be blueprint ships. It's barely legible, that looks more plausible. Blueprint ships rings a bell. I think that was the term that Naval HQ came up with after we first saw a ship called Gascon at the Battle of the Bastille. Or Basilica. That's right, but I remember coming across a report to the Iron Blooded Royal Navy. Bismarck's aide, Frederick de Grosse, seems to have taken this classification for herself. Frederick, huh? You have practically no information on her other than what you just said. After the campaign suppressed Bismarck, a mysterious new leader took command from the shadows to stabilize the situation in the Iron Blood. Today, the Royal Navy also started pursuing this technology as a countermeasure. I've been thinking about this, comrade. What kind of existence is a blueprint ship supposed to be? I thought of a ship's fundamental holes that inseparable from its history. In essence, this history is supposed to be a sum of humanity's perceptions and notions about the ship. The hull is widely considered a prerequisite to ship's construction, even for mass-produced ships. By extension, a history is a prerequisite. Let's say a shipbuilder's history is proof for existence. The is only dreamed up in blueprints. That's an interesting idea. Points? So yeah, Josiah and I fall into this category. You're just never given forms. It's not the unique occurrence who have been referred to as blueprint ships, but we've never been referred to as blueprint ships, whereas Frederick has. Based on how rarely the term comes up, I think there are only a small number of blueprint ships in existence. Yes, let's raise another question. What makes blueprint ship? Is it not something determined by the wisdom cubes that constitute our financial whole? For whatever means, the wisdom cubes already contain the data that makes us who we are. To build a ship, you must extract this information. If there's not enough information within the wisdom cubes to give form to a ship. What happened if you edited another reality into the wisdom cubes? Not to take in. If I'm understanding this right, wisdom cubes contain the essence of a ship girl. And building them is the process of getting this essence in physical form, right? In contrast, blueprint ships. Are you saying that someone is capable of inserting their own history into wisdom cubes and manifesting them? Who knows? This is a theory of mine. But if it's true, what kind of restrictions are there on the kinds of history you are able to edit to a wisdom cube? And finally, what is the blueprint of our plan for the future? Whose plan is it? What is it they were trying to do? Seems our search has grown in scope, Commander. We started looking for an exit, but now we're searching for the truth behind the sirens and behind our very existences. The sirens may have a deeper connection to the wisdom cubes than we first realized. Let's not jump to conclusions until we fully explore this place. Sakurai may not tell us all that much. It's clear that the sirens know much more than we do. I'm sure that what we've learned so far is only the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, I'm gonna cut for a bit to like take out all the fleets, and I'll be back, because this will be a very long episode otherwise. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, it's all cleared out. 10 out of 30 escort fleets defeated. Now let's get the boss. Level 55. Not bad levels. It was like my air control value was almost 2600. I own the skies, my friends. Let's go a bit more. Sorry, I got up for a bit to refill my water. I've got my giant frickin' cup with me today. I used to have my smaller one, but I had to throw that in the dishwasher because it's starting to taste dusty. Turns out using the same cup for a week and a half isn't the smartest idea. I think I'm taking it seriously. All planes launch! Oh! Okay then, calm down. Christ, did Kaga hit the God button? step into another room, this one even bigger than the command room we found earlier. Hundreds of seats lined what appears to be an auditorium, its roof well over 20 or 30 meters above the floor. On the opposite end of the room, there was a podium. A few enormous monitors hanging on the wall behind it. They were turned off, not protecting a thing. First a control room, then a conference room, now an auditorium. Not too surprising, I suppose. It's just a hard facility. Like the control room, though, the screens in here are all turned off. It's not hard to imagine they simply switched off the power here after they'd evacuated everyone. Just looking at it makes me think. Suyas is probably having a meeting in a room much like this one right now. I hope we can see her soon. That can be arranged. We could throw a party as soon as she gets back. Oh, a party! Wouldn't that be nice, Kobayashi? It'd be cool. That's all. I'm not good with situations where I need to pay extra attention to what I say and do. Especially not in front of a crowd of people. Commander especially should know how that feels. I feel like we off-putting. We're all friends, aren't we? You shouldn't have to feel nervous in front of your friends. You're in my position, so it's your own choice. Yes, I know how you feel. Oh, you poor thing. It's part of your job, though, so don't expect to garner too much sympathy. Tom threw me a cold remark, which seemingly followed up with a friendly smile. It seems to forget how influential you are from the way you talk, but I appreciate how easygoing and approachable you are. The job also includes more stressful things like negotiating with faction leaders, helps me a good impression on others. Now you've got me interested. I don't think I've ever seen you giving a public speech, though. Now because commanders generally spend more time attending confidential naval meetings than they do talking to the public. True, but I think we've gone completely off this topic at this point. Let's get back on track and have a look around the auditorium, eh? We're just chatting. What's wrong with that? I was gonna say, don't you ever wish you got more recognition for your hard work? Why do you play for my desire for recognition game? I mean, I can only imagine how tough your job is. You must work day and night to make sure everything goes smoothly, right? Rather than acknowledge mermaids with a response, I instead pulled back an empty chair at the desk and examined its spine. Oh, the chairs we sat at the meeting during Naval to you quite some time ago. They have buttons on the back that would power on the screens. Interestingly, this chair also has something like that. What if it works the same way? Cliffhanger, you... Ah! Oh, I need 3 more clears and 20 more rescue fleets. That's 7 to clear. That's a lot. Of course I'll cover that, but first, it's question time. The VT fuse is also followed which of the following? I have no idea. Can I pick a different one? I don't want to just do wild guesswork. What's the maximum number of commissions that can be carried out each day? 15. Fuck. I should actually like look at it for a second. It's 4. I thought that was 4 at a time, not 4 a day, because you'll never send people on like commissions very often. Well, that was impressively embarrassing. I'm going to make a cut here and come back when I'm ready for the end, or if there's another cutscene along the way, because the game has been doing that a lot lately. See you guys in what's instant for you guys, probably like 40 minutes for me. I don't get paid enough for this shit. I have returned. Behold. I have 3-starred this event. Now it's just time to punch the siren in the face. I will punch you. Hard. I keep forgetting to turn this crap back to manual sometimes. And that's definitely interrupts me out of humming, because like, hey, don't sing on camera, there's already music playing. I mean, I do want to do a stream with just like a karaoke night, but I really don't want to do a stream if nobody's watching. That's kind of why I've stopped streaming for a while. Hell, I think some of my regulars actually like left during my Christmas break. It's been unfortunate, but a man needs a break from work sometimes. Okay, so there's once again no story, but next time we'll be taking on the end of this, Von Ex Machina. The line between reality and falsity is blurred. What remains when the last light is extinguished? That seems to be a new siren we've never seen before, and 30 escort fleets. Another big fight, just like this one. Yes, hi. Prototype Mark II Bolin. Nice. Hey, let me actually do this event properly. 4. What? I guess there is no limit. It's just like 4 at a time. I'm not blessed with the most spectacular intelligence the world has ever seen. Well, I'm going to end this one here. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Reese Dragon signing off.